I want to talk to you guys about this dream that I had last night. And without going into a lot of detail, it basically had to do with the shift. Okay? So I was with a group of people, and we were kind of like rounding up believers into a designated area because the shift was going to happen. And there was a set of certain things that we had to do and places that we had to go, right? And so once the shift occurred, um, there were certain people and certain things that I couldn't find, right? Um, but we were in this place that almost looked like, I don't know, like a cruise ship. You know how cruise ships are set up? And there were a lot of parties going on. So while this partying was going on, I noticed that the sky had changed color and it was no longer blue, but it was pink and it had streaks of orange. Okay? A pink sky symbolizes universal love, and orange represents endurance. Um, but but like I said, there was lots of parties going on. People were happy. People were being nice to each other. It was just like a really good mood. But again, there were certain people and certain things that I could not find, and I kept looking for them, and I could not find them. Right? Um, and that's about as much detail as I'm gonna go into the actual dream. But I'm gonna get into what the messages were. So the messages that I got from that particular dream was this: the shift is occurring. It's not going to happen. It's already started, and we know that already. Okay, but um, I think it's really important at this time to keep your frequency elevated or to work on elevating your frequency. And is there some simple ways you can start doing that? You can go to YouTube and you can play videos that have high frequency music. You can listen to mainstream music that's high frequency, like jazz, classical, people like Santana. Um, your diet is going to be important right now. Not so much drugs and drinking right now. Um, and detachment is going to be huge for you right now. I need you guys to detach from anger, from fear, sadness, all those low frequency emotions. Um, Also, help your family, help them elevate their frequency, help them work on it. If you're pregnant this year, pregnancy kind of is like a direct connect to source. So you want to be very careful with yourself. You want to really feed your body with good things, feed your mind, your soul with good things. Um, as we saw in the cosmos, I think at the beginning of the year, Saturn was in conjunction with Pluto. Okay, Pluto is the planet of death, and we know what Saturn is, honey. That we know what Saturn is. So there was a face-off. Okay, so death is coming. Um, Death is coming, and with the Odu of the year, my Ile did their reading of the year, the sign of the year, but also I've read, a lots of houses, sign of the year from all over the world, in Cuba, Nigeria, what have you. They all kind of came back with the same thing. Death is here this year. Iku is out and about. Saturn and Pluto are in a fight. So, then that's not to scare anyone. I mean, death is a part of life. You cannot have life without death, just like you can't have light without darkness. You can't have up without down, and you can't have right without left. Um, but just be mindful of that, and whatever your faith is, lean on it. You know what I mean? Whatever your faith is, lean on it, and stay just protected and covered. The message was to elevate your frequency. It's time to level up. Again, one of the major messages that came through for me was detachment. You have to, as a people, learn to detach from these low vibrational behaviors and habits. constantly reposting negative posts. And by negative posts, I'm not even talking about like petty, motivational too, but I mean more like reposting. You don't have to post every death that occurs in the media. You don't have to repost every gruesome thing that you see. You're perpetuating low vibrations. You're lowering your own frequency, and you're lowering the frequency of anyone who reads what you post. And we really have to detach from those things. Read it, feel it, let it go. You don't know those people. They're not your family. You shouldn't be upset. Um, Especially sadness and fear are not your friends, okay? Not this year. I mean, they're never your friends, but especially this year with everything going on, you need to detach from those emotions. You need to do what you need to do to elevate yourself from out of that emotional place. Um, the earth in itself is a breathing, living, growing, conscious entity, okay? And when the shift occurs, it's going to happen whether you're ready or not. And what happens when the whole world elevates to 5D and you're still on 3D? 3D timelines disappear, which means you're going to be left behind. Okay? Um, it's something to consider. The earth is very powerful, and she does what she wants. I'm always so tickled when people were talking about, oh, save the earth and all this, honey. The earth is not going to let us destroy us. She will get rid of every last one of us before she fucking lets us destroy it, per history. Read your history books, okay? So, long story short, work on self, basically. Help your family work on themselves. I mean, it's not the time really even to be trying to save the world. Try to save yourself and save your family. And by save, I mean preserve your character, elevate your spirit and consciousness, and really just move away from negative concepts, negative thinking, negative timelines, because things are changing.